Hello. Sorry, I'm just posting some announcement in Discord. Sorry, I'm just posting some announcement in Discord. Sorry, I'm just posting. Okay, should be okay now. Okay, let's go back to the code and yeah, let's resume some of the stuff that I did yesterday. So I first added the GTZ library as a dependency in cargo, and then I created some window, and of course I asked a lot of help from AI, which was really good. Makes things easier and faster for me to learn. And of course added the bitmask image and stuff to load the images and show something. So if we run this, okay, we have to open and cargo and okay, so the size of the pieces, let me first check if you see what is being shown in the runtime. Yeah, you can see it. You can see it clearly. Okay, very good. So you can see that the size of the pieces are a little bit bigger than what it should be, and probably, yeah, and I know what is the problem and stuff. And I have to first fix that, and then there is the so the board is a little bit flipped, so when we are drawing, I think I have to do a maximum right and left, like minus the position of the piece that I'm considering to have the right position. And if I do those two things, then we have the first thing. So yep, and today we can continue, and I'm probably gonna have to add some, like, I'm gonna change my pieces. So I created an array of a piece which is the struct. I want to create a I want to create, I want to remove this struct, and I want to create a hash map with the keys bit mask to values image. This way, it's just easier. Like I think the code also will be like this part of code will be like we don't have to do another loop. We can just immediately try to see if the mask exists in the hash map. If so, what is the image? If not, then we just skip this process, skip this part, skip the drawing part. That would be cool. And then another thing that I wanted to learn is that is it possible to, so for example, I have I running from 0 to 7, like, I mean, before 8, and then 0 to like here also similar. I wanted to know if I could somehow make these two lines one line. I don't think so, no. Yeah, that would be an interesting possibility if it existed. But it doesn't exist, I guess. Okay, let's go back to so I have to first deal with the size of the pieces. So there is the original texture size. I need to pass in original texture size. Original I mean, I can just remove that and just put 0 0.5 and 0 0.5. Let's see how does it look now. Okay, they're definitely much more smaller, but I wish they were more towards the center. Also, this black is a little bit too black. I want it to be a bit more lighter. So here, that would be x plus some value. I can just put 64, and I'm doing 80. 80 minus 64 is like 16, plus 8 should be okay. Oh no, I have to put 0.0 in Rust. Okay, I'm gonna get used to it. Okay, they're more centralized now. But I wish I could make this So let me create, it's not const, it's let, and then I will do scale is self the square size square size divided by 128.0.0. That's what the scale is, and then there is an offset, which is self dot square size. It's something divided by 2, so I have to say self dot square size minus let original size 128 original size oh no, okay, I'm gonna change the scale to, okay, I see, 0.6 for example, and then I do multiplication between original size and scale, and I minus that, and I add it for offset. I might change this, so I'm gonna make this, I have to make this mute, or I can do if offset is less than 0. I mean, why should I do this if there is, yeah, there is no need for that. And this should be offset, and that should be scale. Okay. Now it's easier to control things. So what is 60% of 128? It's like 6 times 1.28. 6 times 1.2 is like 7.2. 6 times 8 is 48. That's 76 point something. And I have a square size of 80, so yeah, this is almost maximum. 0.6. Which is okay. I think it's okay for stream purposes. Like, we don't want it to be like the most beautiful. And then now I want to change the color first. So white is good. Black needs to be a bit more lighter. So what should be, I think maybe 80. Let's try 80. Okay, that's good, I think. Maybe a bit more darker, but still, I think it's visually easier to see things. Like, I know it's not the most beautiful, but then I don't know. Maybe there are other colors that we could use. But for now, I'm okay. It's cool. Okay. Okay. Now we have to flip the board, and to do that, um, I have to do. Where do I draw the board? It's here, right? Okay. So here I'm calculating the position as X. Very good. Here, self the window. Oh no, sorry. Self the width minus this thing. I think this is no field width on type new chess. How do I put this there? Okay. I have to send this to chess, so width and height. Chess, I need to do width F32, height F32. Here I am looking for new. Okay. Now that should be okay. Now where were we? Row. Was it board or? I think it was the board. Yes. Okay. Self that width minus that self the height minus that. Does that flip everything or? Okay, that's wrong. Sorry, I shouldn't be doing it for the board. I should be doing that for the pieces. Yeah, here. Okay. Let's see the result. I times I as this. I guess I have to go. Yeah. I have to add one more to them. So the calculation is reliable now. Okay, very good. Now king is exactly in the position that we want, and everything looks good. We can actually put a flip operator, a flip boolean inside chess struct. Whenever this flip is true, we can remove this calculation and put the other one. But we don't need that now, and I'm not gonna be working on this project as much, so I'm not gonna do that. But that's a possibility. What I'm gonna do now instead is to change this pieces to hash map. For that, I need to know how to use hash maps in Rust. CD collection hash map, and then we do hash map new. Okay, and then we insert stuff in it. Okay. Okay, so first thing I need to go here, use CD collections hash map. Very good. Then here I'm gonna have to use pieces. Hash map. Yeah, exactly. I can make this comment for now. Okay. So the first value is the bit mask, the key, and the value itself is piece. Oh, instead of piece, it should be graphics image. Sorry. Graphics. Exactly. Okay. There. Okay. Now here we have the bit masks. So pieces would be Okay. That should be okay. And then which means I can just add all of this. Oh, sorry. So it should be okay now. Let's continue. So I'm going to define a function here, fn setup. And then I just want to have these things here. Insert white pawn bit mask and white pawn image. Let me check if this is the right syntax. It seems to be right because there is no error. Yeah, that's the right one. And I just have to continue this. Knight, bishop, rook, queen, king, black pawn. Okay, so okay, the image is this is pawn. This is there's bishop, rook, queen, mustache. Okay, we can go on. Bishop, rook, that's the pawn. Bishop, rook, queen. And then there is white king. Like pawn and knight. That's bishop and rook. And that's queen and king. Right? Okay, very good. Now, when do I call this setup? It's okay. So I pass some context here. Oh yeah, okay. Ooh, I also need the Bitboard array. Okay, I guess. And so, okay, I wanted to put it in a separate function, but then I have to put them there. I mean, there's maybe other ways to do this, but I don't know Rust as much. So maybe later I will change this. But for now, it's okay. And then here, just remove the self from each one of them. Okay. Okay. So now I go to draw pieces. Here there is the piece that bit mask. Okay, so I will have a mask and I have to check if self that pieces. Okay, I have to see how do we access the okay, I have to say if let img Okay, sum G self that pieces that get masked. If that happens, here we pass in img. Okay, apparently this is a pointer. And we don't have to go through values in there. Mask, if that mask exists, then let's sum img. Okay, let's try. I really hope that it works. So apparently for king and queen works. What is the mask for queen and king? I don't remember. And why is it that it doesn't work for the other ones? Okay, I'm not sure. How does println work in Rust? Let's see if there's an error with this. I don't think so because it doesn't say anything. Rust analyzer. Hello. Welcome to the chat. Okay, so there is a problem. There is the bit masks are only 3 and 4, or what is this? No, this is not the bit mask. This is, yeah, the I and J. Let me check here. I have the bit masks here. There is the white pawn, white knight, white bishop mask, white rook, queen, king, pawn, black pawn. Okay, and then their image is also correct. Pawn image, white knight image. Okay, I don't understand. So the values and the bit masks are okay. Then here we create a mask. This could be from 0 to 63. And then we check if pieces get mask works. Now in each square there is only one piece. So this is weird, this is bad. I made a huge mistake here. I don't even know what I'm doing here. Okay, this is not gonna work. I don't know what I thought. Yeah, okay, so previous construction was correct and this is incorrect. Actually, okay. Okay, that's our pieces, right? But actually these are bitboards. Okay. Bitboards. And then this is bitboard as image. Let's do, okay. Use 64. Bitboards is okay. I don't want to. Images. Okay, there is no need for any structs. It's just easier. Let's go here. There's nothing as pieces anymore. Images. Images is white pawn image. White knight image. Okay. Not black. White bishop image. Rook image. And then white queen image. White king image. Black pawn, knight, bishop. Oh no, not bit mask. I want image. Okay, pawn, knight, bishop, rook, queen, king, pawn, knight. Bishop, rook, queen, king. Okay, very good. That's our images and bitboard. Now I mean, probably would have been a better idea just to directly put in the values, but it's okay. I'm not going to change anything now. I mean, each one of them is going to be one line, but who cares? Which means now I have to change the draw pieces function a little bit. So here, so I have to go through all the locations. I get a mask for piece in cells for board. Oh no, Bitboard in self the Bitboards. There is a mask, and then there is Bitboard. If they end and it's not equal to 0, piece index in K. Zero. Okay. I mean, I don't know why I'm doing this. I'm just trying for... Okay, this is okay. Let me go remove the... I think I will need the hash map anyway for different things. So let's go to fun part, which is now I have to... Oh, first, before the fun part starts, I have to add ability to move the pieces, and to do that I have to see. So how can we... I mean, there are different ways of doing it. For this project I want to use drag and drop, because the last one I was in the last time I did selection. So I would select, and then I would select two different squares, and then yeah, I would see if that that piece goes there. Now I want to see if I can do drag and drop. To do that, first I will... Okay, so our chest struct needs to have a selected square, and so I don't know what this option is. It's selected square. Okay, let me ask AI what is option usize exactly in Rust. Okay. I don't understand what they're talking about. Okay, and so I want a simple, probably array. Like, I think array would be okay. No, sorry. It would be it could be struct with x and y, I guess, or vector. How to define 2D vector, like points. It says I should try to define structs, but I don't want to do struct. I want to use... Okay, what is the tuple struct, the middle ground? I don't care about x and y label. You can use a tuple struct. Okay. Like 2. and it's a U8, U8, right? You say, can I find vector in this scope? What does that mean? Selected square. No, but what was this? Oh, I have to probably add use something somewhere. No. Okay. Vec2 parentheses and is it this one? Nope. How do you define? Oh, I have to define it as a struct. Oh, okay. I thought that it exists. I could just do array. I don't understand what I'm doing. Okay. Okay, so that would be it's to sorry, U8 to okay. Here that square is 0 and 0. I cannot have nullable like nullable variable, no. How can I set that there is no like I could is there some kind of a nullable behavior? Because sometimes user has not selected anything, so how do I implement that? There is no such thing as null pointer in Rust. Okay. Uses option T enum to explicitly represent the possibility of an empty value. This forces you to handle the null case at compile time, preventing the common null pointer exception. The standard library defines it as follows. We have some T contains a value of type T, contains no value, none. You're essentially wrapping your data in a box. Okay, it's similar to how Zig does optional things, right? But here I just have to explicitly define it as enum. And then I do match if that's a value. The compiler ensures to handle both cases. Okay, inside your game report struct, you define a selected square as an option. Actually, I don't have to do a row and column. I can just do, because I'm doing Bitboard, I can just save the thing as U64 now, right? No, it's 0 to 64, 0 to 63. So how many bits do we need to store that? It's like 8 bits. Like, yeah, it's a 1U8 value. Like 2 to the power of 8 is 64, right? No, sorry. 2 to the power of 6. So that's a 6-bit. Yeah, but a U8 is enough anyway for selected square, basically. Or I can just create a bit mask for it, just U64. And yeah, that's easier. I think that's a better choice even, because I'm creating bitmask structure. I would have to compare the location that has been selected by making a bitwise OR with the selected with like a bunch of places that the piece can go. So I believe, yeah, the bitmask one is a better option. And 0 is for no selection. Yeah, that's a good idea, no? If it's all 64 bits 0, then it's no selection. And if it is anywhere in the, yeah, U64 should be enough to contain all the information that we want. And probably it's more practical, but we will see. Selected square, put it 0 for now. Okay. Yeah, it's better than using struct or none or anything else that I would have to make it compatible to bitmasks or bitboards later. I can just save it as a bitboard. 0, no selection. Okay, that's good. Now, so I'm assuming that one player is gonna play this game. I could add like black and white, separate these two, of course, but this is only an option for if we are going to have like agents and AI and stuff later. But I'm just trying to have simple rules of the game. I just want to implement simple rules of the game. So yeah, I'm not gonna do that. This is enough. So how do we, so in GG Easy, I want to get drag and drop from mouse. How do we do that? Mouse position. Okay. Yeah, I can just save everything in selected square. I don't have to do that. And then, I mean, he's trying to put the struct for complete for saving the state of the mouse. So the start location and the position that the mouse is now. I don't have to do that. I just need to know where is the location that everything started. And anytime that it's released, I will just do other calculations. So I don't need I don't need to save mouse position right now in any struct. Okay, I need to define a function for the mouse button down event. Okay. And then if button, okay. But how do you connect this event to, like, this function to the event itself? True parameters. No, that's not what I want. How do you connect that? There is the mouse motion event. Like, do I have to do anything for the connection, or I just create them as, oh, okay, so event handler. Okay, I see. So we are essentially overriding 3 event handler methods. So there is the mouse button down event, mouse button up event, which is the release, and mouse motion. So I don't care about mouse motion. I don't know why it needs the mouse motion. Oh, okay, mouse motion is important because, oh yeah, okay, so we grab a piece and then we want to drag that piece along the way. So it's important for drawing. That means that we just, yeah, we just change the position of that piece, right? And that position have to be F32. I cannot save it in bitmask. I see why. Okay, I see now why we need a mouse state, or at least another, like, mouse position variable somewhere in the struct. And then we have to know also which piece this thing is. So we need the index for the piece itself to know which piece we are dragging. That's the first one. The second one is that, so there is the mouse index, and then there is the location of the mouse. We need to save it for draw. So each time in the draw function, yeah, okay. I'm not able to type right now because one of our birds is sitting on the keyboard, and he's just chilling there. And as usual, if I try to type, he's gonna attack my hand. So we're chilling. Oh, by the way, I forgot to put the music. Let me... Okay, it's in the saved... Cool. So I'm gonna have to go a little bit of BRB to put our bird down in his location, otherwise I cannot type anything. We'll be back. Okay, I'm back. So, where were we? Okay. Oh, I wish I could silence some of the applications inside the... But it's okay. Anyway. So we have to go to event handler for this test thing that we have. I don't know what is this. Anyway, so we have to define a multiple functions here. There is mouse. Okay. Oh, actually, they're here. Mouse. Here. Okay. So there is one mouse button down event. Mouse button up event. And then there is mouse motion event. Okay, these three should be implemented. So the first thing is I just okay. And they don't return anything as I don't know. I think it should be like this, but I'm not sure. Has an incompatible type for trait. Okay. Event mouse button. FN mouse motion. No, it's the same thing. Okay, I have to return something there. Okay, but I don't know what this is, so let's see. Game error. Anyway, mouse button. Event. Mouse button down event. Okay, so we have to return something. I don't know what. Okay, let's start creating this. I don't know what is this. What is this result? Okay, okay, you just have to send okay. There is no error. I don't know what is this, so I don't understand this thing, this syntax here. I should probably search for it, but right now I can just, I would just send okay. Okay, dude. Okay. So mouse motion will change the position only, and that's the only thing that matters. Then there is mouse up button and mouse down. So on mouse down, we have to check if okay, if the button is event mouse button left. Is this a correct syntax? Button left. It seems to be a correct syntax, yes. Okay. So if they're equal, then okay, then we would have to calculate what is the square? Is it a square that is a valid square? So how do we do that? We have the position, so we divide x by 8 and no, sorry, let I equal to x divided by self square size dot square size as u64, I guess. And then selected square would be Okay, so I should probably write this as width minus x plus 1. No, sorry, width minus x divided by size, that's square size. But what I can do to be sure is just do println. Here is the square on button down, button down, and here is the location. I forgot there's no need for \n, so that's ij. And this, we're not sure if this is a good value, so I'm gonna be eight times this equal to that should be correct, right? Well, I just put you down. What do you want? What is it you want? Okay, I'm not gonna type. Just let me see. Okay. Like, I wish to use my mouse, but there are complications. Okay. Button down in 4 and 6. Okay. 5 and 6. 6, 7, 3, 2, 1, and 0. So x is okay. It's just that y should be okay. So for y, I have to do 7 minus j probably, and that's okay. Here we have that 1, 0. and then okay. So it can have crazy values if the screen becomes too big. Okay. Okay, we're back. So I should do underline J, and J is just 7 minus underline J. And if I is less than 8 and I is more than or equal to 0, okay, what is that? Useless due to type limits. That is true. So if I don't want I will have okay. You mean I should do this? I guess. Then I would do selected square, and then selected square is this shifted 1U64. Okay. Let me type, please. Okay, I have to. Okay, I'm gonna try again. Nope, doesn't work. Okay, so I have to go BRB again. Okay. Go back. Okay, so that should be our selected square. And now selected square is not 0. And here we can just print what is selected square, self.selected square. I wish I could print that in binary, but or at least yeah, in 16s, but it's okay, I guess. How to print a value, println, and so 16s are hexadecimal? No. So octon is 8. Okay. Here I have to put column X, and that's okay. I mean, we don't care about in capital. Okay, so 2,000, 4,000, 8,000. That's the real value. It's not. Yeah, these are real values. It's this one, right? Colon X. Nope, it doesn't work. Am I doing something wrong? Because okay, this is not supposed to be 2,000. It should be. I don't understand. Okay, I wish the value was really not that. How do I... Gonna have to ask a question again. So Oops. I guess I have to go. I have to close the stream for a while because we have a guest and he just doesn't want to go for now, right? Okay. Still prints. Okay, even AI doesn't know why this is not working, so go back here. Who cares? For now, we only care that it works. We'll see if there is an error later. So that's that, and button up. If that's the button left, now that's selected. That's the I can change the name from selected square to from square. Oh, this would be 2. Okay, sorry. This would be 2 square. And this would be from square. Mouse from mouse to. Right? No, that's the move. This is the move. So from square to square, we don't need to mention mouse. And I can write a function. Name this get square index, right? Get square mask, and then I will give it I, which is u64 j u64, and you have to do that. And I is, oh no, I have to give it x (32), third line y is 32, and then I will have to return u64. Okay. If I and j are less than 8, return that value, else 0. Well, that's cool. And then there is, ooh, okay, square size. Oh, what is square size? That's a 32 again, right? Okay, now left, this is dot from square is that. So is it possible to make this condition somehow a bitwise operation? Shift 1, and then shift 2, and then you are in 3, you get a mask. And then you or I and j if they are there. Oh, hell yeah. I mean, okay, yes, we can. So to do that, I have to do some mask, which is 1u64 or 1u64, sorry, 1 or 1u64 2. Okay, that's like, I think that's 7. 1 1 1 is 1 plus 2 plus 4, that's like 7, right? So it could be 0 to 7. but I mean, seven, which is equal to this. And then what I do is I OR this mask with I and j. I mask, do the same with j. I think we can just say, yeah, this one, right? That's the value to return. Return values don't have semicolon. Okay. So what does this mean? So only the 3 first bits are important to be between 0 and 8, like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And the rest of the bits are not important, so I just do should I do OR? No, it's not OR, it should be AND. Only those 3 should survive and the rest should be 0. So that gives me, yeah, it's a cool one. And we don't have to do if or anything or add any other condition. This is just gonna be okay. Okay, so I don't know if that's like efficient or anything. It's just for, you know, just being in the theme of using bitwise operation as much as we can. So here we get that and then we put it equal to from square. So what is from square? We have to do the same thing here, but it's not from, it's to. So chess, so that's struct chess. I want to do this is from and this is to. Very good. Here also Yeah, okay, this is from, and that's to. Okay. Where were we? Mouse operations. Okay. So I think it's okay because there's nothing to do here. We just we just update the from and to square whenever these buttons are pressed. And oh, actually here I have to call a function self that move, right? So in move I should consider the from square and to square, and then I have to so what happens if the from square or to square are 0, one of them? So there are differences. So if it's the from square that is 0, we just make to square 0, right? But if it's the to square that is like 0, or that has been selected, like some other part of the board has been like some other place outside of the board has been selected, then we would have to return the image that we are carrying with the mouse to the same place as it was. So there is this kind of operation that needs to be self.premove. Okay. And then there is the move. So pre-move, I mean, I don't even know if I'm gonna use, I can just put everything in the move for now, and then I will see if it's, actually I can make it a function separate, but then I will call it inside move. Right, I think that's easier. Now here in the struct, like how do we, so for implementation we don't have to, okay, so it's not C++, I don't have to write anything in chess struct, I just define the function here, move, and I pass self. Right, it's void, it's not gonna return anything. Right. So imagine there is no law right now and I can just move any piece to any place in the board. What should happen? The first thing is, of course, if from square self that from square is 0 and the to square 0. We should handle this differently later, but for now we can just say return. Should I put semicolon somewhere, or it's confusing? How do you, okay, I should put semicolon here. No. Expected identifier found keyword move. What is that? Now, unfortunately, I cannot touch my mouse, so somebody's sleeping there. No, it's okay. I just need the mouse. Right. Okay. Okay, I think I'm gonna have to end the stream for now, and then I will try to come back when it's well, thank you for watching. I will just come back and continue a bit later, probably 1 or 2 hours, or maybe after eating and after dinner and stuff. So right now it's around 16. I might come back in 20, I guess. That would be like 4 hours. Maybe even sooner. I will see. Yeah, it depends on how things go. Thank you for watching. So the link for the code and many other things are in the description. If you want to join the Discord channel and have discussions there, you can always do it. And yeah, and don't forget to follow the channel and like the video if you haven't done so already. It would help us a lot. Thank you again. Take care. Have a good day. See you again. Bye bye. Let me close the stream. Maybe. Yeah.